Hello and welcome everybody to Toast Talk 95, District 95's very own podcast. Today we have a very important topic to discuss. It's called Way to DTM. How does one become a distinguished Toastmaster? Today we're very lucky that the person who's going to talk about it has actually achieved it on the new system. So he will guide us. But before we formally get into the discussion, I'd like you to see a short video introducing Ivan. So this is Ivan's video. Hope you can see it full screen first. Here it is.
Hi, my name is Louise and I'm a member of Esprit de Corps Toastmasters here in Frankfurt. We wanted to make a short video today in order to celebrate the fact that our president won District Toastmaster of the Year award. This is awarded in recognition of exceptional leadership and devoted service, and just to give you an idea of how much competition he had to win this. District 95 is comprised of Germany, Sweden, Norway and Denmark. That includes 146 clubs and over 8,000 members, so he did really, really well. So now I'd like to introduce you to Ivan. He's the president and he's the winner of this award. Ivan, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and your journey to becoming District Toastmaster of the Year?
Thank you, Louise. Hi all, my name is Ivan and I have been a Toastmasters member for 3 years now. In 2017, I've joined Esprit de Corps Toastmasters here in Frankfurt, Germany. In 2018, I worked as a club secretary for a year. And in June 2019, I've been elected to become the president of the club. And from June 2019 until today, June 2020, the journey has been absolutely incredible. Together with the officers team, we were able to accomplish so much for the club and as well as for the Toastmasters community around us. And all of these achievements have helped us in achieving this award for the club and for myself.
Ivan, thank you. So what do you think were the leadership skills that enabled you to be able to win this award?
That's a very good question, Louise. When I think about it, I would highly recommend 3 major skills. Number 1 would be the communication skill. When I was the president, I've heavily relied upon one-to-one communication style, where I was sitting with one of the officers and listening to their ideas, and which helped me to support them in achieving their own goals and in turn achieving the overall vision of the team. Number 2 would be the organizational skill, where I as a team member, it's not I winning for myself, it's more about I am winning for the club. That's the organizational skill I believe every officer must have. And finally, above all, as a leader, there should be trust with your team members. If there is no trust, then we absolutely would not be able to achieve all of these accomplishments.
Ivan, thank you so much for your time today. Very much appreciated.
Thank you, Ivan, and for this wonderful video. Please welcome Ivan Sunnam. Ivan, welcome to Toast Talk 95. Today's topic is Way to DTM.
Awesome. Thank you, Shahrukh. And
thank you for taking time out.
Video of me. I think I look the same.
Yes, you do. And I was about to compliment that your voice is also the same. So whatever you're doing with anti-aging secrets, that's another podcast we can have. That is fantastic. So Ivan, for people who know Toastmasters, they have heard the term DTM, Distinguished Toastmasters. For those who have not heard of Toastmasters, Distinguished Toastmasters program, can you give a brief overview to someone who's brand new to the Distinguished Toastmasters?
Absolutely. Thanks, Shahrukh, for that question. And that is the question that everyone should be aware of. Every new Toastmasters member must be made aware of the journey of a Toastmaster. How far can one go? And of course, Distinguished Toastmaster is the highest honor any member can achieve. And not only by giving speeches, but also taking up leadership roles and contributing to the Toastmasters community around us, not just within one club, but also they need to have a holistic overview on the overall Toastmasters organization. And by completing the eligibility requirements, one can achieve a Distinguished Toastmaster title.
Fantastic. So normally when people are giving speeches, they don't understand
Mhm.
uh, that it's not just about following a pathway, it's about a bigger picture.
Yes.
So please tell us what inspired you, because I want to start with the inspiration and motivation, and then we'll go into the
Yep.
process.
That's a very good question, because like every other Toastmasters member, when I started my Toastmasters journey, I never actually thought, I never had a thing in my mind that I want to go for the DTM. I started and I was progressing and progressing, and I was taking up new things. For example, when I was a club mentor, or when I wanted to start my own club as a club sponsor, or when I wanted to do an area director position 3 years ago. All of these things, I saw them as a new challenge, and I step up and I did the role. And as I was doing all these things, eventually I realized, hey, I hit the DTM mark. So
Nice.
I never actually went through this for the title, but rather took everything as a challenge that I'm able to help the Toastmasters community around me. And yeah, when I achieved it, of course, I was very honored to receive it at the district conference last year. And yeah, from then on, it's I realized that why we should talk about DTM is not many people are aware, and people have the thing that it is a title and they need to achieve, but rather we should see it in a different way, that when you achieve something, you stand as an inspiration, you stand as a guidelight for the others. So there are many people right now who are willing to know more about what is DTM. Hey, how did you get it? What did you do to get it? So they want to know more, and that's how they will all follow the path.
That is very important. I'll
Yeah.
just add on to Tim Spear was in our club last week, and he talked about actually enjoying the moment, because
Mhm.
what was happening is everybody when they were clapping,
Yep.
we were walking away. Our club members were just walking away immediately. So he says, take that moment and shake the hand of the Toastmasters or anybody,
Yep.
because it's your moment. You've done something and people are appreciating. And similarly, it's very important to keep on doing the work as a volunteer,
Yep.
because
Absolutely.
as a volunteer, it takes a lot of energy, time, and even more often than not, your own
Yep.
personal financial investment as well. So if you get a return out of it, it is worth it. That's what I
Absolutely.
feel. And
Absolutely.
having spoken to you about this, I feel that uh, the the reward is in the process. The
Yes.
reward is just not the the final things that you get or the recognition that you get. Talking about recognition and following Stephen Covey's one of the habits, begin with the end in mind. So, can we see those wonderful things you got before we proceed?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So here
So,
is my DTM plaque.
nice. Distinguished Toastmasters recognition is given to Ivan Sunnam. Okay. Well, it's reflecting, so we can see
Yeah.
the rest of the details. That is amazing. So, this is like a
Uh,
plaque. It's not just a
yep.
certificate, it's a plaque.
Yep. Yep. And you will also receive the medal,
Ah,
which is the Distinguished
fantastic.
Toastmaster medal. And you will also receive a pin that you can hook to your jacket or shirt.
Hmm. I think these are
Yes.
very good feel-good factors, and we enjoy them. I feel that this is again a little bit of recognition that we should take a moment and appreciate. We don't need to say, "Oh, I volunteer for the sake of volunteering. I don't care about rewards." It rewards, the best kind of rewards are when other people or you follow a process and you win it and you get it. That's what I feel, and that's what
And
inspires me about distinguished Toastmasters. Yes.
for me, when we speak about recognition, receiving this award from the hands of district director, in the district conference, that moment I can never forget in my life. Never
Mm.
ever. That was the best moment. The whole crowd was cheering, and it definitely inspires your inner soul. And maybe one day, not so far away, I might win a second one.
Aha. So
Yeah.
there's work going on. Yes,
Yes.
that is fantastic. So, as I think the best way in even goal setting is that you don't overload yourself with a lot of goals. And in
Yeah.
Toastmasters, pursuing a pathway and pursuing distinguished Toastmasters, you don't have to think about the plaque all the time. You just have
Yeah.
to figure out what's the next task that needs to be done.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, so that's fantastic. So my first question, in the video we saw where you were introduced and you talked about it, it says that the countries that are part of District 95. I just want to tell the audience that now it's a bigger district. All the countries include Denmark, Faroe Islands, Germany, Greenland, Iceland, Norway, and Sweden. So it's grown, and when you become a distinguished or you win the award at Toastmaster district level, it's a huge achievement,
Yes.
and and it's a privilege as well, because
Yep. Absolutely.
nobody. How many? I think I read this somewhere that only 1% of Toastmasters, or even
Actually,
less than
go
1%, actually get the
get
distinguished
DTM.
Toastmaster.
Yes. This is like I'm saying, people need to be made aware of, and then they need to be provided. Senior Toastmasters can act like mentors and inspire the young ones to sort of get them into the path of the DTM and let them get the DTM as well. That would be a truly a beautiful thing to do.
Yeah, that's very true. And I hope that one day I can also do Distinguished Toastmasters or inspire someone to do it, because we don't have that many in Scandinavian side of
Mhm.
the district. So we're looking forward to having more. And today's program is focused at people who are just there or just want to focus and develop themselves. So here's a link. You can just write Distinguished Toastmasters and you will find it. But please take the information from toastmasters.org. That is the official one. And there are very good intentioned websites which are trying to create their own versions of the guidance. But as Ivan pointed out to me, the best is Toastmasters. So I'll give you the stage, Ivan, with this website so you can talk about it in detail.
Absolutely. So, for anyone who is willing to go for the big DTM, you need to complete two pathways within your pathways program. And then you have to serve as a club officer for at least a year. And of course, then moving on, you have to think bigger than the club. You need to get into a district position, either an area director or division director, serve there for 1 year. And then you should also you can do one of the three things: be a club sponsor, start your own club, or host a speechcraft, or host a youth leadership program. You could do one of these three. And then you can also the next one will be either to be a club mentor or a club coach. Club mentor has to spread the Toastmasters ways to the new members of a prospective club. When a prospective club charters, that's when your club mentorship is recognized and you will receive that recognition. Club coach, on the other hand, is to revive a struggling club. If a club has less than 8 members, the district will appoint you as a club coach, and you can work with the officers of that particular club and revive them, get them more than 20, and then you will be recognized as a club coach. Uh, then we have the DTM project. After you have completed the two pathways, you have to do DTM project separately. This is also listed within the base camp. So you can search for DTM project, and then you have to have a guidance committee and an action committee. It all depends on the project that you would like to do. Have your guidance committee first agree upon what project you would like to do, and then have an action committee to see your project fulfilled. And you have to have continuous alignment with both the committees, guidance committee as well as action committee, and report your progress, and then have obviously limit your scope so that you have a proper result at the end. And that's how you complete a DTM project. At the end, you have to give a speech within your club uh, on the completion of DTM project, and that would finalize this. That's it. Those are the 6 requirements in order to become a distinguished Toastmaster.
I have a couple of questions when I
Yes.
look at this. When you say two learning paths,
Yeah.
you mean to say, for instance, one is visionary communication and the
Mhm.
other is one of the 11 paths that are available.
That's correct. You need to do 2 parts. Yes.
So complete them. So how much
Complete
time
them.
does it take to complete the two paths?
On average, I would say 6 to 8 months for one path.
6 to 8 months. So 1.5 years. So
Yep.
you can be a club officer, which is point number 2 here,
Mhm.
parallelly. So you
Yes,
can do the
absolutely.
learning paths and you can do it, but you don't have to do it for more than 1 year, one annual term. So if you're doing one path with the annual term, you can do
Mhm.
the other path without the annual term.
Yep.
Am I
Yep.
correct? And it's
Yes.
also has a magic word that says and participate in a district
Sponsored
sponsored
club
club
officer training.
officer training. So you cannot
When you're a
avoid
club
the trainings.
officer, when you're a club officer, obviously your area directors and division directors will be hosting club officer trainings for your clubs, and you must attend them. Yes.
Yes, the second thing is that again you can do this parallelly, which is a lot of work, but hey, people do it. Which is number 3. It says serve a complete 1 year term as a district leader.
Yes.
So first year club officer, second year you apply to become a district leader, which is area director, division director, or for my case, I'm the PR manager.
Yes.
There's an admin manager, and interestingly, all of these are overlapping requirements. So it's not that you're doing it once and it will be just counted as once. No, you do it once and it will be counted in different pathways. You
Yep.
have to do your research, and it's fascinating. So
Yes.
the fourth part where it says successfully, and I love the way you explained it, Ivan. I mean,
Yep.
it's made it everyone's life easy. If you want to help a struggling club, you will apply to become a club coach.
Correct.
You want to start a new club, you can be a club mentor, and clubs can have up to 2 mentors if I'm not wrong,
Correct.
and
So
two
yes.
club coaches which are struggling. And then it says that this is different when we say number 5, which
Mhm.
is that you successfully as a club sponsor. So
Yep.
if you're a mentor, you're not a sponsor, or if you're a mentor, you can also be a sponsor.
No, mentor and sponsor are different, because
Mm,
sponsor mainly focuses on the administrative side of starting the club, whereas the mentor is focusing on the people, the new 20 people who will become the founding members of the club.
right.
Yep.
So that's amazing. Or you could do a speechcraft leadership program. So which
Speechcraft,
path you started a new club, which is Frankfurt School
Frankfurt School
Toastmasters.
Toastmasters. Yes.
Yeah.
I was the club sponsor. I was club mentor for Deutsche Börse Toastmasters. Yeah.
Ah, wow. So the last part is the project, and this is obviously your fellow DTMs, so
Mhm.
Toastmasters, in from the district that is formed to help you achieve and guide you through the DTM project, right?
Yes.
So
Uh,
why I was asking these questions is that I want others to understand that what the process is, and if they have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask us, or you can just write to. It says at the bottom here. You could, if you have any questions, you can write education program, and to Toastmasters internationally, but we're also available to help you through the program and
Yep.
answer any questions. So if you have one pathway done, two pathways done, you can then definitely be a club officer, a district leader, and then you can follow the process. It normally takes, I think I speaking with Katharina. She is
Mhm.
obviously DTM, and she says it
Mhm.
takes about 2.5 years to complete this course.
2.5 to 3 years. But yeah, if you can rush it, then 2.5 should be.
Yeah, it depends. I remember once, I think it was a student. She was a student, and she came in. What if I can do two pathways together, and I will do the speeches all together? And I mentioned, I said there are about like at an average to become a distinguished, you have to give around nearly 50 speeches,
Yeah.
and yeah, so you're saying 100 speeches in one day. They're not that many weeks, and if you have time, go for it. Piotr, who's the regional advisor, mentioned that when people have completed pathways ways in a rushed way, it hasn't
Yeah.
been as effective. You can see that their development is kind of slow. You just have to be patient. It's like you
Yep.
can't rush this. This is an educational system. It's completely volunteer based. There are no teachers,
Yep.
but everybody learns.
Exactly. You have put it really
It's
well. Yes.
yeah, is yeah. It was actually Mr. Salim, God rest his soul. He was the president of Karachi Toastmasters, and he used to say it's one of those organizations, unique organizations, where there are no teachers, but everybody learns,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's fantastic. And what I've learned from Ivan is that
I can add on to what you were saying about doing everything in a rush.
yeah,
One of the quotes which I recently came across from Larry King, the TV
mm,
presenter, TV host, he said, he gave a very beautiful quote. He said, uh, as long as I'm speaking, I'm not learning. If I want to learn, I have to start listening.
yes,
So, having read that quote, it made me realize that when by giving speeches, I'm not actually learning. I mean, I'm just giving a speech, I'm giving a message, I'm not receiving anything. If I
mm.
am an evaluator, even a timer or a grammarian, by doing these simple roles, I am more actively listening to the speakers and learning from them.
Very true. And even when you're preparing speech, you're reading. So in communication, there are inputs and outputs, right? So you get input from your eyes and your ears. So when you're reading, researching, when you're listening, you're learning. And when you're speaking, you're organizing that knowledge and
Yep,
presenting in front of others. So, yes, that's not the moment that you've learned. And you've pointed out very correctly that all the roles that you play
yep,
during a meeting are extremely important and help you
yep,
learn the most. As an evaluator, you're listening to the speech and then you have to give feedback. That's also as a table topic
yep,
speaker, you have to listen to the topic and then come up with ideas. That's also the experience of it. But when you're delivering, obviously you're not
yep.
learning that
Uh,
much, but ex- the learning experience, no teachers and a lot of learning. It's fantastic.
yep,
So I was saying this, and I will try and repeat it. If the internet drops, it drops. But I was saying Ivan is about to do a workshop in Frankfurt on April 23rd.
March
Sorry,
23rd.
March 23rd. Sorry, let me try that again. On March 23rd, Ivan is going to give a workshop on leadership, and I have the highlights of it. And it's a very interesting workshop on leadership. You must attend, and it's going to be a great learning experience. And Ivan will also be, hopefully, with a lot of his team winners at the Duisburg conference, which is on from 10th to 12th of May. And we will definitely look forward to seeing you. And the point of this podcast is very simple. We want to share knowledge about being a Toastmasters. So reach out to us. This is a very hard investment that we make, our personal times, and connecting with you guys, and all you got to do is remember to reach for your dreams. Thank you very
And
much,
your
Ivan.
dream is to become a DTM.
Yes, thank you for doing that and sharing your experiences.
Thank
So
you,
we'll
Shahrukh.
see you next time in Toast Talk. And if you have any ideas or any feedback, please do reach out to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you.